I'm sitting in the last of the evening sunshine here. I kind of look like a space alien sitting in the sun, but it feels so nice. I'm not going to move. So it looks a little strange here. But anyway, they used to call it a fan belt because that's what it ran. And our old engines and our old cars that ran, it ran the fan, which cooled the engine. And now there's so much more gook underneath the hood than there used to be. And if your serpentine belt goes out, everything goes with it. I learned that the hard way on the Astro van we used to have. The serpentine belt went out, and you know how usually you get one good, if your engine stalls or whatever, you get one good braking left, like you can push the brake pedal one time and brake. Well, was not the case. I didn't even get one push of the brake pedal. Everything was gone. The steering was completely gone. The brakes were completely gone. Luckily, it made a really ugly noise before it did that, so I had already pulled it off onto a side road, but it just kept going. My van just kept going and going, and there was just absolutely no braking power at all whatsoever in the van. So at any rate, I've been thinking what would happen if my serpentine belt went out again on this other van that we replaced that one with. And they're quite costly to replace. They can be quite costly to replace. So at any rate, the serpentine belt is a bad thing to have break because you ain't got nothing. You have nothing left when your serpentine belt breaks. So anyways, I think I'm going to do ours as a matter of preventative maintenance. And there are places that do them quite cheaply. I found out that they're like, oh, let's see, I'm going to do the math here, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 1/5 or 1/6 the cost of what I thought it cost to replace one. So at any rate, it might be a good idea to think about replacing your serpentine belt before you are stuck in the middle of nowhere with no ability to stop or go or steer or anything else. I imagine that there are some other things as far as preventive maintenance is concerned that would be wise to do before it's an emergency type situation, but that one really has been pressing on my mind quite a bit as one that would probably be worth the money and the inconvenience to just go ahead and pay to have it done while it's still working. Our vehicle has like 142,000 miles at it. So I don't know if that's the original serpentine belt that's on that vehicle, but it definitely should probably be replaced because we've had it a few years now. We've never done it. So along with your other standard maintenance, rotating your tires and changing your oil and so on and so forth, you might want to think about that. Also, there was an older gentleman, I don't even know if he's alive anymore, years and years and years ago, he told us that Quaker State and Pennzoil were both derived from oil which was drilled in the state of Pennsylvania, and that it's a waxier oil than the others are. And he just said that Quaker State and Pennzoil, I don't know if this is considered spam because I'm mentioning brand names, but because they were drilled in Pennsylvania, they had a different kind of I don't think viscosity is the word, but they were waxier is what he told us. They were more of a waxy based oil and that it was better for the engine, and he thought that the engine would do better with that. So I've been using Quaker State ever since, and been happy with it because my vehicle still runs. So I'm going to quit sitting in this goofy sunshine looking goofy, talking about goofy vehicles that I know little or nothing about, but just thought it was interesting that Quaker State and Pennzoil are supposed to be that's all I know is he said they were more of a waxy type oil. If somebody understands what that means, maybe you can put a comment below and put it in guy language instead of girl language, and then maybe somebody will understand. So that's what's happening today. I thought I would try to get something constructive done, so I went and got a prescription refilled and stopped by the store and got a couple things and went and had the oil change. We just got back from that 1,600-mile trip, and it was about 1,000 miles over But they were highway miles, so that was probably a good thing. Overdue to have the oil change. So think about your serpentine belt. Trying to think of some other things. Hoses, maybe radiator hoses, or I'm trying to think what other kinds of things would probably be a good idea. Not just your car. I mean, there's other maintenance things. So if you can think of a maintenance kind of thing that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, put a comment below so that the rest of us will get to thinking of things that we could do. A little bit of trouble now saves a whole lot of trouble later. I just don't ever want to go through having a serpentine belt break again, so I think I'm going to get that taken care of. So God bless your efforts to prepare, and think about the things that you can replace to solve your emergency needs before they happen. Make a list and check it twice so you can eat more than just beans and just rice. Bye for now.